Hello everyone, my name is Lara and for my lecture review topic I'll be talking about the perception of stress by college students and their coping mechanisms. Table of contents are Introduction, Article 1 and we'll be talking about stress among college students, Article 2 Coping mechanism among college students, and finally Article 3 Student perception of stress and academic stress. Almost all of us will be confronted by stress in the course of our lives. According to the National Institute for Mental Health, stress is how our bodies and brains respond to pressures. Stress among college students. Students can be vulnerable to stress and poor coping habits are common among college students. A study showed that 42.5% of college students reported living with more than average stress. However, 12.5% had an extreme amount of stress. Coping mechanism among college students. A coping mechanism is something people do to counter and reduce the stress they feel when they are under stress. To cope well, you must accurately understand the extent of your control over the stressor and choose the appropriate method of handling it. We have two coping ways: positive coping and negative coping. Positive coping strategies are meditation or praying, sleeping, listening to music or watching TV, talking to your parents or any member of your family, exercising or yoga, which I found it extremely helpful, and lastly, practicing one of your hobbies. Negative coping strategies are spending more time on social networking sites, using drugs, smoking, and taking alcohol. Student perception of stress. When students are unable to understand the concept of stress, it can become more difficult for them to cope with it. Perceiving stress is crucial to how a person chooses to cope with it. Dexter found that students most often responded to statements about their perception of stress in their lives by agreeing with the following statement: creating better health in one area of my life spills over to other areas. Alongside the personal stress of college students have to deal with the academic demands of classes, exams, and assignments. Approximately 47.5% of students reported that academic stressors were traumatic or difficult. In 2015, Holinka has argued that the most frequently reported academic stressors were grades, competitions, career success, future job prospects, deadlines, too many demands on students, and interpersonal issues in the classroom and issues related to the classes and major selection. To conclude our topic for today, there are many ways students may cope with the stress they face when attending college. Although it is impossible to completely eliminate all the stress that college students face, there are a few ways students may cope with it. Researchers gathered data to understand students' perspective about stress and their coping mechanism in the course of this study. Thank you for listening.